Greeting. It is I, the mechanical chronicus. Let's play a video game. How you doing, Flame? Very fair. We did actually have this when I was a kid on PlayStation, and I never played it. Not sure why, but a full memory card would have absolutely turned me off playing this. The only Diablo I've actually played is Diablo 3. Which I enjoy. I'm not likely to get Diablo 4. I am very much against the idea of an always online requirement for anything you can play alone. But it's just a real turn-off. I won't buy Diablo 3 on PC. I have it on PS4 and Switch. I'm going to buy it on PC because it demands always online. Hey, how you doing, Teak? I haven't played Diablo 2 or Diablo 1. I have Diablo 2 Resurrected now on Switch, but I've not played it at all. I know there's a source port, or just a port in general, of Diablo 1 for modern systems called Devolution X. I haven't. Sorry. No, I ended up buying it on PS4. I think I tried. There might have been a demo I tried, and I thought it was enjoyable enough. Look how smooth those fire graphics are. At some point, I will need to, yeah, 60 FPS Flames, you're absolutely right, too. At some point, I will need to set up the idea of a PlayStation 1 netplay, so we can do stuff like this. Multiplayer for no good reason. Attack, action, spell, toggle spell. Speed spellbook, automat, quick health, quick mana. Hey, how you doing, Isa? I should really go with beginner. This is a game from an era where they will just absolutely break your soul. Ooh, Svenska.
Since the beginning, the forces of light and darkness have engaged in an eternal war.
I'm actually very surprised this is fully voiced, so like, let's do... probably warrior. I'm a simple man, I hit things with...
the great conflict, whose victor will rise from the apocalyptic ashes to hold sway over all creation. To this end, the angels of the high heavens adhere to strict militaristic disciplines. Seraphim warriors strike at the enemies of light with swords imbued with righteous wrath and justice. The angels believe that only absolute discipline can properly restore order to the myriad realms, while the demonic denizens of the burning hells hold that absolute chaos is the true nature of all things. The battles of the great conflict rage across both time and space, often infringing upon the very fabric of reality itself. From the crystal arch at the very heart of the high heavens to the arcane hell forge of the underworld, the warriors of these eternal realms journey to wherever their timeless conflict carries them. The legendary deeds of the heroes of the realms beyond elicit both veneration and insight. The greatest of these heroes was Iswal, lieutenant to the archangel Tyrael, and bearer of the
Tyrael? I come from Diablo 3, where they just straight up call him Tyrael.
angelic rune blade Azurath. He once led a fierce attack upon the Hellforge as the creation of the dark demon blade Shadowfang was nearing completion. His quest was to destroy both wielder and weapon, a charge that he was destined never to complete. Iswal was overcome by the legions of chaos, and tragically was lost to the darkness. His fate stands as testament to the fact that angels and demons alike shall fearlessly enter into any domain, so long as their hated enemies dwell within. Although the great conflict burned hotter and longer than any of the stars in the sky, neither side could gain dominion over the other for long. Both factions sought some way to turn the tides of the war to their favor. With the ascension of man and his mortal realm, the great conflict ground to a mysterious halt. Both armies paused in a breathless stalemate, waiting to see to whose side man would eventually turn. Mortals had the unique ability to choose between darkness and light, and it was held that this would be the deciding factor in the outcome of the great conflict. Thus, the agents of the nether realms descended to the mortal realm to vie for the favor of man.
It does sound kind of like Paul Iding, but not quite. He might have shifted his voice. The Sin War.
The coming of the great conflict to the mortal realm is known as the Sin War. Angels and demons,
It depends on
disguising
the word
themselves while traveling amongst men, attempted to secretly lure mortals to their respective causes. Over time, the forces of darkness discovered that mortals responded much more to brute force than to subtle coercion, and so began to terrorize man into submission. The angels fought to defend humanity against this demonic oppression, but all too often their austere methods and severe punishments succeeded only in alienating those whom they sought to protect. The violent battles of the Sin War occurred often, but they were seldom witnessed by the prying eyes of man. Only a few enlightened souls were aware of the supernatural beings that walked amongst the huddled masses of humanity. Powerful mortals arose and accepted the challenge of the Sin War, allying themselves with both sides in the great conflict. The legendary deeds of these great mortal warriors served to earn both the respect and hatred of the netherworlds. Although lesser demons kneeled before those possessing power and strength, they also cursed the very existence of mortal man. Many of these fiends believed that the deadlock brought about by the emergence of man was a perverse offense to their higher role in the great scheme of things. This jealousy of man led to harsh, atrocious acts of violence by the demons against the mortal realm. Some men learned of this deep hatred and used it against the denizens of the underworld. One such mortal, Horazan the Summoner, delighted in summoning demons and then breaking them to his will. Horazan, along with his brother Bartuk, were members of the Eastern Mage clan, known as the Viserai. This mystic clan studied the ways of demons and had catalogued their lore for generations. Empowered by this knowledge, Horazon was able to take the work of the Viserai and pervert it for his demented purposes. The denizens of hell sought revenge against this bold mortal, but Horazon managed to keep himself well protected within his arcane sanctuary. Bartok, the brother of Horazon, was eventually lured to the side of darkness. He was granted exceptional strength and longevity, and fought alongside the legions of hell against the cursed Viserai, and eventually his own brother during the Sin War. Although Bartok was renowned amongst the warriors of many realms, his dominance in battle came with a terrible price. An insatiable lust for mortal blood pervaded his every thought and deed. Bartok soon became as fond of bathing in the blood of his enemies as he did of shedding it, and in time he came to be known only as the Warlord of Blood.
Yeah, it's definitely Paul Iden. The pitch shifted it. But makes me think of Evil Zone, which opens with a narration by Paul Iden. He also doesn't tip.
7 is the number of the powers of hell, and 7 is the number of the great evils. Duriel, the Lord of Pain. Andariel, the Maiden of Anguish. Belial, the Lord of Lies. Asmodan, the Lord of Sin. These are the true names of the lesser of the great evils. For ages uncounted, each have ruled over their own domains within the burning hells, seeking absolute dominion over their infernal brethren. As the lesser four continuously vied for the control of those forces that dwelled within their realms, the greater three held absolute power over the whole of hell. The lesser four used dark and evil measures in their quest for power, and herein begins the legend of the Dark Exile. Mephisto, the Lord of Hatred. Baal, the Lord of Destruction. Diablo, the Lord of Terror. These are the prime evils of hell that wielded their power as a dark, sovereign triumvirate. The three brothers ruled over the lesser four by brutal force and malicious cunning. Being the eldest and strongest of the evils, the three brothers were responsible for countless victories against the armies of the light. Although they never held sway over the high heavens for long, the three were justly feared by enemies and subjects alike. With the ascension of man and the subsequent standstill of the great conflict, the three brothers began to devote their energies to the perversion of mortal souls. The three realized that man was the key to victory in the war against heaven, and thus altered their rigid agendum that they had propagated since the beginning. This change caused many of the lesser evils to question the authority of the three, and so brought about a great rift between the prime evils and their servitors. In their ignorance, the lesser evils began to believe that the three were afraid to continue the war with heaven. Frustrated by the cessation of the war, Asmodan and Belial saw the situation as their chance to overthrow the prime evils and take control of hell for themselves. The two demon lords made a pact with their minor brethren, assuring them that the wretched plague of humanity would not deter the ultimate victory of the sons of hell. Asmodan and Belial devised a plan to end the stalemate, achieve victory in the Sin War, and ultimately ride the bloody crest of the great conflict straight into the very arms of Armageddon. Thus, a great revolution was set into motion as all of hell went to war against the three brothers. The brothers fought with all of the savagery of the underworld, and to their credit, annihilated a third of hell's treacherous legions. In the end, however, they were overcome by the horned death, led by the traitors Asmodan and Belial. The prime evils, weakened and bodiless, were banished to the mortal realm, where Asmodan hoped that they would remain trapped forever. Osmodon believed that with the three set loose upon humanity, the angels would be forced to turn their focus upon the mortal plane, thus leaving the gates of heaven abandoned and defenseless. Those few demons who still pledged allegiance to the three brothers fled the wrath of Osmodon and Belial, escaping to the realm of man to seek out their lost masters. As the war fires died out upon the battlefields of hell, Osmodon and Belial began to argue over which of them held the higher authority. The pact that they had made quickly fell to ashes, as the two demon lords took up arms against each other. The legions of hell that remained were polarized behind either warlord, launching themselves into a bloody civil war that has lasted to this day.
So the Dark Exile would be the primevals then?
In the ancient days, before the rise of the Western empires, the dark and terrible entities known as the Three Evils were exiled to the world of man. These eternal entities wandered throughout the waking world and fed upon the lusts of men, leaving chaos and
Yeah, thanks for the
attrition in
bits,
their
Isaac.
wake. The evils turned father against son and prompted many great nations into brutal and petty wars. Their exile from hell left them with an insatiable hunger to bring suffering and pain to all those who would not kneel before them. And so the three brothers ravaged the lands of the Far East for countless centuries. Eventually, a secretive order of mortal magi was gathered together by the enigmatic Archangel Tyrael.
It is weird
These
that they
sorcerers
hyphenate
were to hunt the
Archangel.
three evils and put an end to their vicious rampage. The order, known as the Horadrim, consisted of wizards from the diverse and numerous mage clans of the East. Employing disparate magical practices and disciplines, this unlikely brotherhood succeeded in capturing two of the brothers within powerful artifacts called soul stones. Mephisto and Baal, trapped within the swirling spiritual constraints of the soul stones, were then buried beneath the dunes of the desolate eastern sands. The powers of hatred and wanton destruction seemed to diminish in the east as a nervous peace began to settle over the land. Yet for many decades the Horadrim continued their grim search for the third brother, Diablo. They knew that if the Lord of Terror was left untamed, there could never be any lasting peace within the realm of humanity. The Horadrim followed in the wake of terror and anarchy that spread throughout the western lands. After a great battle which claimed the lives of many brave souls, the Lord of Terror was captured and imprisoned within the last of the Soul Stones by a group of Horadrim monks led by the initiate Jared Kane. These monks carried the cursed stone to the land of Kondaras and buried it within a secluded cave near the river Talsand. Above this cave, the Horadrim constructed a great monastery from which they could continue to safeguard the Soul Stone. As ages passed, the Horadrim constructed a network of catacombs beneath the monastery to house the earthly remains of the martyrs of their order.
Feels like a bad idea.
Generations passed in Kondaras, and the numbers of the Horadrim slowly dwindled. With no quests left to undertake, and too few sons to sustain their guardianship, the once powerful order faded into obscurity. Eventually, the great monastery that they had built fell to ruins as well. Although villages grew and thrived around the shell of the old monastery, no one knew of the dark, secret passageways that stretched into the cold earth beneath it. None could have dreamed of the burning red gem that pulsed within the labyrinth's heart.
So based on what I know of the history of Diablo from playing Diablo 3, eventually someone would discover the Soul Stone housing Diablo, which in turn leads to the problems of the entire series. And you can boil it down to the Horadrim could have prevented all of this if they had more sex. This has been my analysis of Diablo. Thank you. Good night. I love having the stream deck because I can just do that with a push of a button. Book 2.
Years after the last of the Horadrim had died, a great and prosperous society grew in the lands of the West. As time wore on, many Eastern pilgrims settled in the lands surrounding Kondaras, and soon established small, self-contained kingdoms. A few of these kingdoms bickered with Kondaras over holdings of property or routes of trade. These squabbles did little to upset the lasting peace of the West, and the great northern kingdom of Westmarch proved to be a strong ally of Kondaras, as the two lands steadily engaged in ventures of barter and commerce. During this time, a bold new religion of the light, known as Zakarum, began to spread throughout the kingdom of Westmarch and into many of its northern principalities. Zakarum, founded in the Far East, implored followers to enter into the light and forsake the darkness that lurked within their souls. The people of Westmarch adopted the statutes of Zakarum as their sacred mission in the world. Westmarch began to turn towards its neighbors, expecting them to embrace this new beginning as well. Tensions rose between the kingdoms of Westmarch and Kondaras, as the priests of Zakarum began to preach their foreign dogma, whether they were welcomed or not. It was then that the great northern lord Leoric came unto the lands of Kondaras, and in the name of Zakarum declared himself king. Leoric was a deeply religious man, and had brought many knights and priests with him that comprised his Order of the Light. Leoric and his trusted adviser, the Archbishop Lazarus, made their way to the city of Tristram. Leoric appropriated the ancient, decrepit monastery on the outskirts of town for his seat of power, and renovated it to match its time-lost glory. Although the free people of Kondaras were not pleased with being placed under the sudden rule of a foreign king, Leoric served them with justice and might. Eventually, the people of Kondaras grew to respect the kind Leoric, sensing that he sought only to guide and protect them against the oppression of darkness.
And then he killed them all.
Not long after Leoric took possession of Kondaras, a power, long asleep, awakened within the dark recesses beneath the monastery. Sensing that freedom was within his grasp, Diablo entered the nightmares of the Archbishop and lured him into the dark subterranean labyrinth. In his terror, Lazarus raced throughout the abandoned hallways until he at last came to the chamber of the burning soul stone. No longer in command of his body or spirit, he raised the stone above his head and uttered words long forgotten in the realm of mortals. His will destroyed, Lazarus shattered the soul stone upon the ground. Diablo once again came into the world of man. Although he was released from his imprisonment within the soul stone, the Lord of Terror was still greatly weakened from his long sleep and required an anchor to the world. Once he had found a mortal form to wear, he could begin to reclaim his vastly depleted power. The great demon weighed the souls residing in the town above, and chose to take the strongest of them, that of King Leoric. For many months, King Leoric secretly fought the evil presence that twisted his thoughts and emotions. Sensing that he had been possessed by some unknown evil, Leoric hid his dark secret from his priests, hoping that somehow his own devout righteousness would be enough to exorcise the corruption growing inside him. He was sorely mistaken. Diablo stripped away the core of Leoric's being, burning away all honor and virtue from his soul. Lazarus, too, had fallen under the sway of the demon, keeping close to Leoric at all times. Lazarus worked to conceal the plans of his new master from the Order of Light, hoping that the demon's power would grow, well concealed amongst the servants of Zakarum. The priests of Zakarum and the citizenry of Kondaros recognized the disturbing change within their liege. His once proud and rugged form became distorted and deformed. King Leoric became increasingly deranged and ordered immediate executions of any who dared to question his methods or authority. Leoric began to send his knights to other villages to bully their townspeople into submission. The people of Kondaros, who had once grown to see great honor in their ruler, began to call Leoric the Black King. Driven to the brink of madness by the Lord of Terror, King Leoric slowly alienated his closest friends and advisors. Lochdonan, captain of the Knights of the Order of Light, an honored champion of Zakarum, tried to discern the nature of his king's deteriorating spirit. Yet at every turn, the Archbishop Lazarus would waylay Lochdonan and admonish him for questioning the actions of the king. As tensions grew between the two, Lazarus charged Lochdonan with treason against the kingdom. To the priests and knights of Leoric's court, the prospect of Lochdonan committing treason was ridiculous. Lochdanan's motives were honorable and just, and soon many began to question the reason of their once beloved king. Leoric's madness was growing more obvious with each passing day. Sensing that the advisors of the court were becoming increasingly suspicious of foul treachery, Lazarus desperately sought to contain the eroding situation.
That's how he
The
got away with it
Archbishop
for so long,
masterfully
Teague.
convinced the delusional Leoric that the kingdom of Westmarch was plotting against him, secretly planning to dethrone him and annex Kondaros into its own lands. Leoric flew into a rage and summoned his advisors to his side. Manipulated by the Archbishop, the paranoid king declared a state of war between the kingdoms of Kondaros and Westmarch. Leoric ignored the warnings and admonishments of his advisors, and the royal army of Kondaros was ordered to the north to engage in a war that they did not believe in. Lochdonan was appointed by Lazarus to lead the armies of Kondaros into Westmarch. Although Lochdonan argued against the necessity of the coming conflict, he was honor-bound to uphold the will of his king. Many of the high priests and officials were forced to travel to the north as emissaries on errands of diplomatic urgency as well. The desperate ploy of Lazarus had succeeded in sending many of the king's more troublesome advisors to their certain deaths.
This is why honor is ultimately stupid. Like, cool, I know you're doing wrong, and I'm honestly questioning your sanity, but my honor compels me to do everything you say, even when it's clearly evil. It's like, you know what? You're just kind of dumb.
The absence of prying advisors and inquisitive priests left Diablo free to assume total control over the king's battered soul. As the Lord of Terror attempted to strengthen his hold upon the maddened king, he found that the lingering spirit of Leoric fought with him still. Although the control over Leoric that Diablo held was formidable, the demon knew that in his weakened state he could never take complete possession of his soul as long as a glimmer of his will remained. The demon lord sought a fresh and innocent host upon which to build his terror. The demon relinquished his control over Leoric, but the king's soul was left corrupted and his mind crazed. Diablo began to search throughout Kondaros for the perfect vessel to act as his focus, and found such a soul easily within his reach. Enjoined by his dark master, Lazarus kidnapped Albrecht, the only son of Leoric, and dragged the terrified youth down into the blackness of the labyrinth. Flooding the boy's defenseless mind with the essence of pure terror, Diablo easily took possession of the young Albrecht. Pain and fire raced through the child's soul. Hideous laughter filled his head and clouded his thoughts. Paralyzed with fear, Albrecht felt the presence of Diablo within his mind as it seemed to push him down, deeper and deeper into darkness and oblivion. Diablo gazed upon his surroundings through the eyes of the young prince. A lustful hunger still tortured the demon after his frustrating bout for control over Leoric, but the nightmares of the boy provided ample substance to sate him. Reaching deep into Albrecht's subconscious, Diablo ripped the greatest fears of the child from their hiding places and gave them breath. Albrecht watched, as if out of a dream. Twisted and disfigured forms appeared all around him. Unholy writhing visages of terror danced about him, chanting choruses of obscenities. All of the monsters that he had ever imagined, or believed that he had seen in his life, became flesh and were given life before him. Large bodies, comprised of living rock, erupted from the walls and bowed to their dark master. The ancient skeletal corpses of the Horadrim arose from archaic crypts and lumbered off into the red-washed corridors beyond. As the cacophony of madness and nightmares hammered its final blow against Albrecht's shattered spirit, the bloodlusted ghouls and demons of his mind scattered and scrambled maniacally into the lengthening passageways of his waking nightmare. The ancient catacombs of the Horadrim had become a twisted labyrinth of raw, focused terror. Empowered by Diablo's possession of young Albrecht, the creatures of the boy's own imagination had gained corporeal form. So strong was the terror that grew inside of Albrecht that the borders of the mortal realm began to warp and tear. The burning hell began to seep into the world of man and take root within the labyrinth. Beings and occurrences, displaced by time and space, and long lost to the history of man, were pulled screaming into the ever-expanding domain. The body of Albrecht, fully possessed by Diablo, began to distort and change. The small boy grew, and his eyes blazed as tendril-like spines ripped through his flesh. Great arched horns erupted from Albrecht's skull, as Diablo altered the form of the child to match that of his demonic body. Deep within the recesses of the labyrinth, a growing power was being harnessed. When the moment was right, Diablo would venture once more into the mortal world and free his captive brothers, Mephisto and Baal. The primevals would be reunited, and together they would reclaim their rightful place in hell.
Interesting. They say Albrecht is Leoric's only son. I was under the impression that the warrior is actually Leoric's son.
The war against the zealous armies of Westmarch ended with a horrible slaughter, with the army of Condoras ripped to shreds by the superior numbers and defensive positions of Westmarch. Lochdannen quickly gathered together those who were not captured or killed, and ordered a retreat back to the safety of Condoras. They returned to find the town of Tristram in shambles. King Leoric, deep within the throes of madness, went into a rage when he learned that his son was missing. After scouring the village with the few guards that remained with him at the monastery, Leoric had decided that the townsfolk had abducted his son and hidden him somewhere. Although the townsfolk denied any knowledge of Prince Albrecht's whereabouts, Leoric insisted that they had crafted a conspiracy against him, and that they would pay the price for such treachery. The mysterious disappearance of the Archbishop Lazarus left no one in Tristram with whom the king would take counsel. Overcome by grief and dementia, Leoric had many of the townsfolk executed for the crime of high treason. As Lochdannen and his fellow survivors returned to confront their king, Leoric sent his few remaining guards against them. Believing that Lochdannen was somehow part of the townsfolk's conspiracy, Leoric decreed that he and his party were to die. Lochdannen, finally realizing that Leoric was beyond salvation, ordered his men to defend themselves. The ensuing battle carried them down into the very halls of the darkened monastery, bringing a final desecration to the once holy sanctum of the Horadrim. Lochdannen won a bittersweet victory, as his men were forced to kill all of Leoric's deceived protectors. They cornered the ravenous king within his own sanctuary and begged him to explain the atrocities he had committed. Leoric only spat at them and cursed them for traitors against both his crown and the light. Lochdannen walked slowly towards his king and sorrowfully drew his sword. Full of grief and rage, all honor having been cast to the winds, Lochdannen ran his blade through Leoric's shriveled, blackened heart. The once noble king screamed an unearthly death cry, and as his madness finally overtook him, he brought down a curse upon those who had so betrayed him. Calling upon the forces of darkness that he had spent his entire life combating, Leoric condemned Lochdonan and the others to eternal damnation. In that last fleeting moment within the heart of the monastery, all that was ever virtuous or honorable about the stewards of Condoras was shattered forever.
I feel like by the time of Diablo 3, when people keep trying to settle into Tristan and rebuild the town, it's their own downfall.
The Black King lay dead, slain at the hands of his own priests and knights. The young Prince Albrecht was still missing, and the proud defenders of Condoras were no more. The people of Tristram looked about their lifeless town and were greatly dismayed.
Yeah.
Awash in feelings of both relief and remorse, they soon realized that their troubles had merely begun. Strange, eerie lights appeared in the darkened windows of the monastery. Misshapen, leathery-skinned creatures were seen venturing forth from the shadows of the church. Horrible, wounded cries seemed to linger on the wind, emanating from deep underground. It became apparent that something quite unnatural had infested the once holy site. Travelers on the road surrounding Tristram were accosted by cloaked riders that seemed to now constantly roam the deserted countryside. Many villagers fled Tristram, making their way to other towns or kingdoms, fearing some unnamed evil that seemed to wait in the shadows all around them. Those few who chose to remain seldom ventured out at night, and never tread foot upon the grounds of the cursed monastery.
Monster!
Whispered rumors of poor, innocent people being abducted in the night by wicked, nightmarish creatures filled the halls of the local inn. With no king, no law, and no army left to defend them, many of the townsfolk began to fear an attack from the things that now dwelt beneath their town. The Archbishop Lazarus, frayed and disheveled, returned from his absence and assured the townsfolk that he too had been ravaged by the growing evil of the monastery. With their desperate need for reassurance clouding their good judgment, Lazarus whipped the townspeople into a frenzied mob. Reminding them that Prince Albrecht was still unaccounted for, he persuaded many of the men to follow him into the depths of the monastery to search for the boy. They gathered torches, and soon the night air glowed with the flickering light of hope. They armed themselves with shovels, picks, and scythes, and so prepared, they boldly followed the treacherous archbishop straight into the fiery maw of hell itself. The few who survived the horrible fate that awaited them returned to Tristram and recounted what they could of the ordeal. Their wounds were terrible, and even the skills of the healer could not save some of them. As the stories of demons and devils spread, a stifling primal terror began to consume the hearts of all of the town's inhabitants. It was a terror that none of them had ever known. Deep beneath the foundations of the ruined monastery, Diablo gorged himself upon the fears of the mortals above him. He slowly sank back into the welcoming shadows and began to harness his depleted power. He smiled to himself in the sheltering darkness, for he knew that the time of his final victory was fast approaching.
It's a curious thing of, like, changing of pronunciations. It's not entirely uncommon in video games, but more often than not it happens because of localization. Localizations change who's actually doing the localization, and as such refinements can happen and changes pronunciations can occur. This is English though. Like, Blizzard is a company that works in primarily English, or did back in the 90s. So it's weird that they have them pronounced one way here and a different way later. I wonder if it was just if the voice direction was separately contracted and mostly separate, and just had to figure out how to pronounce a lot of this stuff themselves.
It was long ago that the enigmatic Archangel Tyrael bestowed upon us the secrets of the mysterious Soul Stones. Tyrael bequested upon our order 3 of these stones so we could contain the vile essences of the 3 prime evils who had been let loose upon our world. Although the artifacts were constructed in realms far removed from our own, we found that they were simple to understand. The Soul Stones affect only beings that are non-corporeal, and thus have no power over living, breathing creatures. When invoked, the Soul Stones bring into being a strong spiritual vacuum. Any non-physical entities caught within this vacuum are drawn into the burning recesses of the Soul Stone, and are forever trapped within. These spirits are released only when the Soul Stone is deactivated or destroyed. The power of the Soul Stones proved to be much more difficult to employ when used against the great prime evils. Voraciously disposed to possessing hapless mortals, the 3 brothers found that they were immune to the effects of the stones while occupying human souls. Sadly, we were forced to hunt down and kill the innocent victims of the prime evils so that their demonic essences could be
Well, that's
subject
concerning.
to the effects of the Soul Stones. Mephisto and Diablo, once found, were easily lured into the Soul Stones. The capture of their brother Baal, however, became complicated when the Soul Stone that was to be his eternal prison was shattered and fragmented. We found that while the shards still held the power to lure the demon to them, they could not properly contain it. Tal Rasha, a fellow initiate who has since been immortalized in Horadrim lore, theorized that a mortal of strong will might be able to contain Baal within his own mortal soul.
That's terrible.
This sacrifice meant that the essence of any mortal so chosen would be forever tortured while locked in eternal conflict with the enthralled demon. To this end, Tal Rasha volunteered to contain the raging Lord of Destruction. Piercing his breast with a shard of the Soul Stone, Tal Rasha took within himself the essence of Baal, the Lord of Destruction. The initiate's body was shackled, chained, and buried deep within a tomb under the desert. The sacrifice of Tal Rasha has kept Baal imprisoned for many years now. And although the demon was imprisoned without the use of a whole Soul Stone, we believe that our victory may be a hollow one. Should Tal Rasha ever escape, he would have the formidable powers of Baal added to his own. By ridding the world of this present evil, we may have created a nightmare worse than that which we first sought to contain.
I think that's a Diablo 2 problem. Anyway, so all the history, let's actually play the game, shall we? Warrior, Rogue, Sorcerer. It's only been like 50 minutes. Actually play the game.
I don't have a spell ready.
No, I don't have a spell ready.
I don't have a spell ready. I don't have a spell ready. I don't have a spell ready.
You move like way faster horizontally than diagonally.
Can't a fellow drink in peace? I want to tell you something, 'cause I know all about this stuff. It's my specialty. This here is the best. The best. That other ale ain't no good since those stupid dogs was...
Alright. Goodbye, Farnham. Okay.
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen. The story of Wirt is a frightening and tragic one. He was taken from the arms of his mother and dragged into the labyrinth by the small, foul demons that wield wicked spears. There were many other children taken that day, including the son of King Leoric. The knights of the palace went below, but never returned. The blacksmith found the boy, but only after the foul beasts had begun to torture him for their sadistic pleasures.
I feel like the voice actor's halfway towards doing a Shaun Connery impression.
Well, what can I do for you? That lad is going to get himself into serious trouble. Or I guess I should say, again. I've tried to interest him in working here and learning an honest trade, but he prefers the high profits of dealing in goods of dubious origin. I cannot hold that against him after what happened to him, but I do wish he would at least be careful.
Alright. I have $100. I cannot buy a sword. What is in my inventory? A club. Oh, I do have a sword. And a buckler. Very good. Very good. Hello.
Thank goodness you returned. Much has changed since you lived here, my friend. All was peaceful until the Dark Riders came and destroyed our village. Many were cut down where they stood, and those who took up arms were slain or dragged away to become slaves, or worse. The church at the edge of town has been desecrated and is being used for dark rituals. The screams that echo in the night are inhuman, but some of our townsfolk may yet survive. Follow the path that lies between my tavern and the blacksmith's shop to find the church and save who you can. Perhaps I can tell you more if we speak again. Good luck.
You mean if we speak again now, or if we speak again when I come back? Hello.
Good day. How may I... My grandmother had a dream that you would come and talk to me.
Then on
She has
surviving?
visions, you know, and can see into the future. My grandmother had a dream...
Surviving the length of a stream, at least. I do not expect to finish this. More than anything, I think this will be a good preface for when Clem and I do Diablo 3 co-op. I like the reflection in the water, that's nice. Cow! Oh, this is probably the evil church.
Please, listen to me. The Archbishop Lazarus. He led us down here to find the lost prince. The bastard led us into a trap. Now everyone is dead, killed by a demon he called the Butcher. Avenge us! Find this Butcher and slay him, so that our souls may finally rest.
Okay. Fuck the Butcher. I don't know. Think he'll be attractive enough?
The sanctity of this place has been fouled.
If he's got the meat, chances are he'll fuck me instead. Haha! Hit detection in this feels kind of wonky. Give it credit though, I was not expecting such an oppressive soundtrack. You know, I like that it has auto-target. Feels like a real quality of life feature I would not have expected until the sequel. Oh. I can absolutely see the beginnings of what became a phenomenon that was Diablo. Diablo 2 and Diablo 3. It's the loot more than anything else that helps give these games the appeal. Keep you hooked. Hooked with the loot. Soundtrack's getting kind of blood over me. Oh yeah, this would be so much fun with 2 players. Absolutely feel. Would not. If you wouldn't stop, then I don't think that's accidental. Then, like how when Clem and I played Halo together, I wouldn't stop hitting him in the back. Like, it's not accidental at that point. Saber. Inventory management is going to become a real pain, isn't it? It's not much.
I don't have a spell ready.
To be fair, killing Clem in Diablo, in Halo was like one of the most fun things I've done. Oh no, that's a terrible thing for a loot game like this. Hello? We'll get stuff done. Bam, bam, bam. Clearly a door. Halberd? No, it's just a small axe, they said.
I don't have a spell ready.
There was nothing in that chat.
Too much baggage.
No.
I gotta pawn some of this stuff. I gotta pawn some of...
But it does a little flip. I just wear a cape. Surely I can.
Too much baggage.
Hmm.
Too much baggage. I don't have a spell ready.
There we go. There's a bunch of Skelly boys in that room. Just like Fire Emblem.
I gotta pawn some of this stuff. I gotta pawn some of this stuff. Too much baggage.
How big is this book of healing?
I can...
How's everybody doing today? Everybody having a good day? Having a good Monday? Who puts a skeleton in a barrel? Fair enough. Just appreciate your time off work. Enough free time in our lives. Appreciate you choosing to spend some of it with me. I think that's all of them. All of us. Can't find your car key. Looks like you're walking then too.
Your death will be avenged.
He's dead now. Let's sell like all of this junk that I got.
Well, what can I do for you?
Yeah, it seems better. This town music kind of reminds me of Deadly
Greetings,
Premonition.
good master. Welcome to the Tavern of the Rising Sun. Yes, Farnham has mumbled something about a hulking brute who wielded a fierce weapon. I believe he called him a butcher.
Butcher?
Griswold the blacksmith is extremely knowledgeable about weapons and armor. If you ever need work done on your gear, he is definitely the man to see.
A butcher? There's a fair point, though. Let's see
Well,
about some
what
of
can
this
I do
stuff.
for you?
These premium items are certainly very premium.
Well, what can I do for you?
Yeah, that seems alright. How much gold do I have? 546. Alright. Back to the caverns. Well, don't press that button again. Only there was a run button. I wonder if Clint. I hope he is. There we go. There. You know, I'm actually a little surprised that the dungeon remained the same. I expected it to be randomized. Oh, this place looks different. Blue Devils. Yeah, this would be a bunch of fun with 2 players. And the bow. The entrances to the next floors being like right at the start of the levels is like super convenient for getting out of the dungeon and then back in later. Again, a kind of quality of life thing that I wouldn't have expected from the first game of the series. These are my quick use, and then once this is filled up, everything else goes in.
I don't have a spell ready.
These guys are taking some punishment. Uh-oh. Oh wow, I got that. That took up a lot of health really quickly. That sounds like something I don't want to deal with. Oh shit. Honestly, I could see this being a lot of fun. I don't want to start it again though. Even though, like, looking at the timer, it's really only been like half an hour of gameplay. I don't really want to start this again. The walking speed is so slow. But I could see this being a lot of fun. Makes me more interested in doing Diablo 2 Resurrected. Which I've got on Switch and I've just not been touching because I've been like, I really like Diablo 3, but Diablo 2 is going to be a lot less playable, I feel. Like a lot less modern convenient, if you get what I mean. But no, look at this. Like, Diablo 2, probably absolutely fantastic. So, with that in mind, let's... like Diablo 1 with Don't know. Let's use this opportunity. Sure.
Nick, 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 Nick. Nickelodeon.
If you're of a certain age, you'll have nostalgia. Maybe not for this game specifically, but for the property that it's based on. And you're about to get hit full in the face. God damn. I always really appreciate games based on something that recreate the opening of that thing in the video game engine. Like the Buffy game for Xbox does it. There's a couple of James Bond games that do their own opening in the style of the movies that's really nice. I always really like it. This game has no subtitles. It's also quite short. Ba-ba. So we're just gonna play this. I was concerned about doing this because it's not gonna be a long playthrough. But, you know, this fills out the time. That's good.
Where's my Reptar puzzle? Oh, here it is. But where's all the pieces? Inside. What's wrong?
Either a lot of the puzzle pieces are missing, or it's the easiest puzzle ever.
The pieces must be all over the house.
It's okay, kids. Here, have a ball.
We'll find all you, Reptar, even if we got to search the whole wide world.
So I think I've not watched Rugrats in a very long time. I think most, if not all, the levels are based on episodes of the show. Search the house for objects that lead to levels in games. Press triangle near sparkling objects to start levels. You'll earn Tommy's missing puzzle pieces by finishing levels. Press circle to pick up and put down items that Tommy can play with, or to throw Spike. Press triangle to throw or use on. Does this have analog support? Oh, apparently it does. It does. This is always something I appreciate as well for video games based on like TV shows and cartoons and such. When you can explore the environments that were in the show. Like, I really like it in some of the Simpsons games, like the Simpsons Hit and Run, where you can explore a bunch of locations from the show.
It's fun playing outside.
Yay! I haven't played this all the way through in, like... over 20 years.
Bubbles!
Like... that an extra life? Maybe? So this was my first PlayStation game. This was the first one that was mine, that I had. And I played a lot of it. I've beaten it a lot of times when I was a kid. We did eventually get another Rugrats game.
Bubbles!
Rugrats in Paris, the movie. And that one was not good. Not good, it's not fun.
Bubbles! Go get it, boy! Good boy! Bubbles!
This one's pretty fun though. Or it was when I was like 6.
Where's my Reptar puzzle?
Let's try and find a level. It's kind of Super Mario 64-esque, in that you roam around the house and play levels, but not all the levels are available to begin with. And I think some unlock as you get Reptar pieces.
I haven't golfed in ages. I'm taking the kids for ice cream, Deed. This is gonna be great.
Uncle Stu! Where's the ice cream?
At the end of this majestic golf course stands Ice Cream Mountain. That's where I'm gonna get a hole-in-one and win you kids so much ice cream, you'll be eating until you're grown-ups. So what if it's never been done before?
We just gotta get the balls in the holes, and we'll get a whole mountain of ice cream. If we all do some, we'll be done in no time.
Approach the ball to make your golf club appear. Press left or right, bonus to aim. Press triangle to start the golf meter. Meter will move up and down. Press triangle again when it has moved to your desired strength. If your number of swings is higher than the par of the hole, you'll have to try the hole again. So this wouldn't have been the first golf game I played. There was a golf game we had on Super Nintendo back in the
Instead
day.
of ice cream, how about a nice plastic spider? Nah, I didn't think so. Want some ice cream? Psych. You
this
want a
would
year's
have
supply of nothing.
This would have been my first introduction to mini golf though.
it takes till nap time.
Too much force. Not enough force. Two.
This is harder than it looks, and it looks impossible.
You don't want all that ice cream anyway. Boy, talk about phlegm.
Supposed to put Chucky in the hole with all the clowns.
Come again soon. Bye-bye.
Oh, I guess that's getting full power. Just in case.
I can do this, I think. This is the funnerest thing ever.
Yeah. Music generously provided by KK Slider.
Ice Cream Mountain, here I come. Hey, this is almost fun.
Ooh.
You want a year's supply of nothing.
Well, you know what Angelica's like.
You don't want all that ice cream.
I don't think Susie's actually in this game, and the game predates Dill and Kimmy.
You don't want all that ice cream anyway. Boy, talk about phlegm.
Oh. Is that legendary streamer Foxhound Cat?
Where's that ice cream anyways?
How you doing, Cat?
You want a year's supply of nothing. Instead of ice cream, how about a nice plastic spider? Nah, I didn't think so.
As long as it's under par, it counts. So I'm hoping this game's gonna still be like fun enough to go back through and not entirely ride on nostalgia. But like, know for a fact that Rugrats in Paris, the movie, will not hold up. Because it wasn't even good on it wasn't even good at the time.
Did somebody say
Rolling 2.
Now, where's that ice cream?
Good work.
Want some ice cream? Psych.
Nice. Right on the green. Because it's all green. I think I'm getting better at this. The way the music goes,
I can do this.
the way the music goes, the way the camera starts with the focus on Reptar, really makes me think like, oh yeah, no, we're gonna have to deal with Reptar. And look at that! Look at that!
That ice cream mountain sure looks nummy. Go, ball, go!
Hey, come on. Wait a minute.
Instead of ice cream, how about a nice plastic spider? Nah, I didn't think so.
How you doing, Clem? We're just playing mini golf.
Want some ice cream? Psych. Instead of ice cream, how about a nice plastic spider? Nah, I didn't think so.
Oh.
I can do this. Hey, this is almost fun.
The only two voice actors I remember than specifically voicing which characters
I can do
is
this.
I remember Tara Strong voices Tommy and Cree Summer voices Susie. I don't remember who voices the others. Although Phil sounds a lot like Nelson Muntz, so like, is it Nancy Cartwright? Tara Strong
You don't
voices
want all
everyone.
that ice cream anyway. Boy, talk about phlegm.
Even you. You voice me though. Feel left out.
This is harder than it looks.
Oh.
Great job, kids. Now I'm going to get you all the ice cream you can eat, because it's free.
Pretty sure that ice cream was just a two-dimensional JPEG. Let's see what other mini games we can find. Pa's teeth.
Huh? Hmm.
One day, Clem, you should play the Harvey Birdman game.
Hiya, Sprouts. It's almost time for my potato salad.
Pop, don't!
Huh, you're scaring the children.
Potato salad sticks to my teeth, so I'm taking them out.
If you do, nobody else will be able to eat. Please, Pop, just stick to Jell-O molds.
This'll be our little secret, eh, Sprouts?
It's actually genuinely a really good game and a good representation of the Harvey Birdman show.
I can't wait to sink my gums into that potato salad.
Everybody's fingers are 2D.
What the? Ah! My teeth! That confounded dog stole my teeth! I can't play my trumpet without my teeth!
We got to get Grandpa's teeth back. I don't know, Tommy. The park's so big, we might not find him till we're grown-ups. Grandpa needs us, Chucky. Come on, we got to find Spike.
Use a spoon, you maniac. Chucky kind of looks like a derp. He looked like a derp in the cartoon, though, so it's kind of true to the... Yeah, I did see something about the Curse of Darkness fan game. But I pay so little attention to, like, fans at the minute. Maybe next year, once we've gone through everything with Castlevania, we'll do some of the Castlevania ROM hacks and fan games. In the opening of the fans find Grandpa's teeth are exploring the play area first, patrolling on the playground equipment to play on them. If you have trouble in the maze, look for the helpful arrows, but watch out for hungry geese. You have no bread. Geese are horrifying.
Wait for me! Hooray! Faster, faster! Yeah!
Now, you're gonna have to do Mega Man X7 again first.
Which way now? Wait for me, Tommy! Which way now?
Okay, so let's press the shoulder buttons. This is L1.
Wait for me, Tommy!
This is R1. This is L2. This is R2. I want to make the point that I'm just tapping these buttons.
Yeah, spiky, spiky, spiky! Oof, this is fun!
Do you believe Tommy died here? Because everybody who should have been
Talk
looking
about
after
a
him
wild goose.
left.
Oh no. Talk about a
Welcome
wild
back.
goose chase.
Oh. Alright, let's go.
But I don't like this. Spike!
You
Here,
check it.
boy! Which way now? There got to be some way out of here.
So, Tommy and Chucky were left alone in the park in their enclosure. They managed to escape.
Wait for me, Tommy!
And were undeniably mauled to death by geese.
I don't like this.
He's running into walls, actively hurting them.
Talk about a wild goose chase. There got to be some way out of here. Help, Tommy, help! Make him stop!
No!
Wait for me, Tommy! There he is! Ah, Spiky! That tickles! I got him, Tommy! Run, Chucky, run! Come on, Spike, let's go!
So it's all well and good having our little fun here, but like these geese would kill these babies. And somebody would be arrested for negligence. Ba, 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 ba.
Help, Tommy, help! Make him stop!
F's in the chat for Chucky, people.
Faster, faster!
There's a walk button.
Help, Tommy, help! Make him stop!
Never liked Chucky, so he can die. I assume everything's okay now if you're able to be back in chat, Isa. Hopefully it's just like one of those things. Oh yeah, power cut out for a minute, but we're all okay now.
Maybe I can stop that goose with these things.
Tommy's gonna kick hooks at the goose. Tommy is a baby, not wearing shoes.
Help, Tommy, help! Make him stop! That goose sure can waddle. That goose sure can waddle. Take that! Take that!
And I never hit
Never
Chucky.
see my teeth. What the? My teeth!
Clean them up first. Jeez.
Oh, scary. Your teeth come out and get lost, and sometimes big geeses eat them. Good part is, you could eat tomato salad forever.
Yay, bonus level. Woo. Right. It's like, okay, so he doesn't know that Spike... Well, he knows Spike stole it. his mouth. He doesn't know that they were in the goose, but he knows that Spike stole them in his mouth and that they were on the floor.
Hey, give me those!
Angelica got sick eating all too many cookies. Eat all the cookies before she can get any more. Run away from her and press triangle to throw the box to the baby with the arrow above his or her head. Press circle to eat the cookies while standing still. Fuck all y'all. Tommy's gonna have all of them.
Over here! Hey, I was interfered with! Back here, you dumb baby!
Tommy just ate 15 cookies.
Hey, you ate them all! It's for your own good, Angelica.
Tommy's gonna die. That's too many cookies for a baby to have. Tommy's dead. I mean, you're clearly supposed to split them between all of the babies, but no. I mean, to Spike's credit, Spike did defend the babies. How is he eating these cookies with no teeth?
Popcorn!
Need more puzzle pieces. Okay.
Popcorn!
Well, let's go downstairs. Gaia babies. Can you believe the irresponsibility of the Pickles household? Just having the basement door open like this? While their very young child, who was born prematurely, is just wandering around? It's like, oh no, Tommy jumped down the basement stairs and died. The mysterious Mr. Friend. He's built different in Orlando at night. Tommy just keeps dying.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
No, Flame, nobody's seen all grown up.
Oh boy, a brand new friend to meet. You can call me Mr. Friend. You'll never ever be bored again.
Watch out for Mr. Friend, he's no friend of yours. Press circle to pick up balls and cans. Press triangle to throw them and send him back to the drawing board.
La 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 la. Let's all think of happy things and laugh and skip and dance and sing.
Take that.
I don't like the ball bouncing
Stay
back
away
at me
from
hurt me.
squiggly worms. They're full of dirt and yucky germs.
It's
I
dead.
did it! I'll never get to be scared of him again.
Oh boy, a brand new friend to meet. Let's wash our hands before we eat.
Your phone doesn't recognize the name Tommy. 3 against 1 isn't playing fair. Tommy has more surprises in store for Mr. Friend. Press triangle near Mr. Friend to grab him, and press X for an RKO out of nowhere.
Show me what you got.
You can call me Mr. Friend. You'll never ever be bored again.
Take that.
Hello, kitties. Rise and shine. I'm your friend.
Doing the crane kick.
Hey, little pal, it's time to play. We're going to have a happy day.
Chocolate bar.
There's a lot more where that comes from. Take that.
Atta!
Babies 1, scary old robots, not 1. Yay! I beated him!
Oh! What happened? My creations! My beautiful creations!
Now, Stu, maybe the world just wasn't ready for Mr. Friend. Let's go upstairs and think of a new toy.
Upstairs and maybe reconsider endangering our small child. Bonus level! It is a really good idea to have the,
Look at this amazing antique mirror I got at Colden Aldi's. It's a genuine Louis the
the loading
14th
screens
looking
be the
glass.
title card.
It should look very classical in the bathroom. Now, where did I leave that 17th century coin?
Uh-oh. Everything's downside up. I must be in Mirrorland. I got to get up to the mirror so I can go through it and get back to Norman. Good job, Spike.
Because
If
I've
I can
lost
get enough
control of my
balloons,
life.
I'll float up to the mirror. Or is it down? I don't know, but I better start looking.
It's weird that running into a mirror would have you stuck to the ceiling and not have everything just... Find the 6 purple question mark boxes scattered around the house and press triangle to release the balloons. Collect all the scattered balloons before the timer runs out to earn a Reptar balloon of that color. Earn all 6 to get back to the mirror and get onto the floor.
I got to get up to that mirror, or is it down?
Don't just look at me, Spike, help me.
I never thought it'd be hard to get on the floor. Hey, it worked!
Oh, I shouldn't have I'm having the hallucinations again. Too many cookies.
I don't think I like it here.
Alright, we got the blue Reptar balloon. Yeah, but the magic walls in Kabukicho Prison weren't mirrors. Probably Stu. Probably testing a new toy that requires babies to be high on LSD. I'd forgotten that Tommy had what's basically the evil clown bed from The Simpsons. Can't sleep, clown will eat me. So I assume that's all the balloons up there. Help Stu. Tommy's having a bad trip and I don't know what to do. Give him more LSD. Right, there's 3. Oh no, Tommy's fallen in the basement again. What if I go outside and just fall into the sky? There was a Goosebumps Choose Your Own Adventure book that one of the endings was that your character just fell into the sky and died. I think that same book had a different ending where you turn on a light in a room where the walls, floor, and ceiling are just mirrors. And the light's reflected so much that you just melt. And it's like, you know, maybe these books aren't for kids. Why didn't I get that? But there's 2. You know, it is pretty much canon that Tommy's a premature baby. Right, here it is, the last one. Why is it not properly collecting the ones that are on the barriers between rooms? There we got them all.
It worked! I'm back!
You notice Tommy came out of the back of the mirror that time?
Hey,
Toy Palace.
my old Thorg doll from Toy Palace.
Do the back of your head,
Palace. If you want to go. Dee Dee, I'm taking Tommy and Chucky to the store.
But Stu, Toys R Us shut down years ago.
Wow, isn't this place terrific?
The Toy Palace is closing in 5 minutes. Please take your final purchases to the front of the store.
Sorry, kids. Looks like we have to... Hey, the Wee Willie Warp Time Translator.
This is the bestest place ever. I wish we never had to leave. Maybe we don't. Here we go again.
Oh, the cold fusion reactor's not even included. Let's go, kids.
The Toy Palace is now closed. Thank you for shopping Toy Palace.
Tommy? Tommy? Oh, I got a bad feeling about this.
Dude, Tommy died last Sunday, and you left him in the toy store overnight. She's reinforcing how bad of a parent Stu is. Be brave and work your way through the darkened store to find Tommy. Watch where you walk. Getting too close to certain toys will frighten Chucky. Pass safely through the clown area to meet with Tommy.
Hey! I'm not scared to get around here!
37 cents to play a crane game. What a weird, weirdly precise price.
That's ridiculous. Look at all this stuff!
It's also weird that the toy store doesn't have any kind of tags on the toys that sets off the alarms when they leave.
This'll never work.
Although, like, I suppose how common was that in the 90s?
This'll never work. Look at all this stuff!
I bet you the night watchman that has to clean up after these things every night does not happen.
Stuff! Hey! I'm not scared to get around here!
A ball pit.
Look at all
So
this
unrealistic.
stuff!
You cannot move that fast through a ball pit.
Hey! I'm not scared to get around here! Chucky, it's me. Oh, Tommy, I'm so glad to see you. There was clouds and robots, but now everything's okay.
Dog hungry! Dog want to eat! Yeah! Dog hungry! Dog want to eat!
Reptar can save us, but he's asleep. We got to climb up there and push that button to wake him up.
Took the Reptar boxes and placed them on the stairs in the Reptar room in order to climb up to the switch and turn on Reptar. Boxes are hidden all over, so be sure to look high and low. Press circle to pick up a box and press circle again when you've placed it in the right place on the stairs. Watch out for Thorg.
It's Reptar, the meanest, greenest dinosaur around. Reptar will save us. Reptar will save us.
Alright, let's go. But you can almost guarantee that by the time he does, the kids are dead.
Look at all this stuff. Look at all the toys. Reptar will save us.
Awful.
Look at all this stuff.
Yeah, Chucky's dad isn't like Angelica's dad. He has no reason to ever be friendly with
Look
Stu
at all
again.
the toys. Reptar
they're
will
not
save
related.
us. Careful, Dobby. Help!
So this whole thing starts because Stu sees Tommy playing with an old toy of his. An old toy he used to have when he was younger. And it makes me think, like, it's not an uncommon thing in shows like this.
Look at all this stuff.
There's like, hey, I remember when I played with this when I was your age. It's still a popular toy. And it's like, was that a common thing back in, like, whenever these people grew up? Was it common in, like, the 60s and the 50s? For, like, the toys your parents played with to still be being sold?
Look at all the toys.
This camera is terrible.
Look at all the toys. Reptar will save us.
So one more. And we've not actually seen Thor at all.
Look at all this stuff.
This is also very clearly a Star Trek transporter.
Help!
Oh, there it is.
Look at all
We
this
gotta
stuff.
run across the piano.
Look at all the toys. There's nothing to be scared of. Reptar will save us. Careful, Tommy.
We did it.
Halt, I am Reptar. Halt, I am Reptar. Halt, I am Reptar.
The most unrealistic thing about that is that it walked down a slope and didn't immediately fall over.
It's terrible. I get one. Yay!
Tommy, Chucky, where were you? I'm so glad to see you again. I had to bribe a security guard to let me in here. Lucky I had those donuts.
It's a bribe a security guard to let you in here when you had lost your children. Or your child and the child that was given to you to babysit. Several things concerning that. This closet's huge.
This is my mommy and daddy's room.
Circus Angelica.
You babies are gonna be in my circus! Yay! A circus! I don't know, Angelica. I don't like circuses. All right, everybody, there's not gonna be any circus, because Chucky doesn't
Sold
want
the
us to
clothes
have
for
one.
drugs.
But circuses is fun, Chucky. Don't you want us to have any fun, Chucky? Angelica, I changed my mind. I want to be in the circus.
So, why are your babies naked? He sold the clothes for drugs.
And now, in the center ring, Tommy Pickles will make his ferocious lion jump through a bunch of burning hula hoops.
Alright, ride Spike over the hurdles by pressing X. Collect 12 bones before the time runs out to make Angelica happy enough to allow you to move on to ring 2. Spike jumps way higher now than he did before. Probably because Tommy's not on his back. Him making pudding at 3 or 4 in the morning, whenever it was absolutely his penance for his sins.
And now for our next act, the amazing and stupendous Flying DeVilles will race their tricycle of doom up the ramp and over the treacherous pond, landing directly into the bullseye.
Phil and Lou will race their tricycle around the path and up the ramp, pressing X to jump from the last red board to land safely in the net. If Angelica doesn't think you are close enough to the center, then you'll have to try again. Word of warning, Angelica is a spoiled brat.
This is neat! Oh, boy, I'm gonna do some napping today. Uh-oh, here we go again. Thank you! And now, Ring Monster Angelica's Baby Circus is proud to present Chucky, the Human Candy Ball! And now, Chucky, the Human Candy Ball! Get out here, Chucky! I forgot what to do. Just sit there and wait for your cue.
Oh, she means cannonball.
My assistant. Chucky, the Human Candy Ball, will be launched from this platform to a safe landing in the amazing pile of leaves. I'm gonna what?
You're gonna die, Chucky. Chucky has unwillingly become the star of the center ring. Press triangle to start the jump meter. Press triangle a second time when it reaches the smaller left line. Press triangle a third time when the meter moves back down to the smaller right line. What?
Aw, don't be such a baby. Look out! He really did it! What a showtopper! My circus is a complete success. I get to be a human candy ball next. Nuh-uh, Philip, I do, Lillian. I said me to be I gotta stop working with babies.
So she landed on top of Chucky and also killed. That's the only reason why Angelica's landing seemed any softer than Chucky's. Touchdown, Tommy! Bonus level. Rugrats, or How Not
You're
to
sure
Be a
you'll be
Parent.
all right with the kids?
Of course. You and Betty go enjoy yourselves.
Well, all right. We'll be back in a couple of hours.
Yes!
Yes!
Now you kids play nice and stay out of trouble, while we enjoy the Ultra Bowl.
Fixed up something special for you, Sprout.
Bottles are for babies. Wow! Chocolate milk! Chocolate milk! Chocolate milk? But that's for grown-ups like me! No, it's not! Give me that!
If only there were adults around keeping an eye on the... They're not even toddlers. Like, Angelica's a toddler. These babies that need, like, constant supervision. It wouldn't surprise me if Grandpa did drug the milk. Drink all the milk again, alright.
The skill, the grace, the salaries.
Hey, no fair! Wait, throw it! Over here!
Why is Tommy saying
Hey,
throw it over
over
here when
here.
he's the one that has it?
Over here!
Or is that Chucky?
Angelica Pickles, what is this mess? Who was watching her?
Uh-oh.
Let's clean you up.
Kids will fight, but they're also way less likely to if they're under adult supervision. And also, when you have straight up infants, they should be under adult supervision to begin with. Also, like, Tommy just downed on like, a full bottle of chocolate milk very quickly. Tommy is going to die again. Can I do this now? Yes.
Jumping Jehoshaphat, we're out of fudgy dingling bars.
Pop, that's the 5th box this week.
Oh, go ahead, deny me my fudgy dingling bars, the one real pleasure left me in my twilight years.
If you want them so bad, why don't you do the shopping once in a while?
Fine. Come on, Scout.
Fudgy dingling. It sounds like a euphemism. Thanks.
Reptar? Reptar.
Reptar cereal, huh? What'll they think of next? Now let's go get some fudgy dingling bars.
I guts to find that Reptar cereal.
Alright, Chucky Milk, there'd be plenty of fudgy dingling. Or just like fudgy everything. Liquid at the back of the grocery store help Tommy find the Reptar cereal. Reptar poster will help you find your way. Press square when walking safely over slippery areas. Carefully hop from one fruit or vegetable bin to another. Jump over the crates into the bakery. I mean, Reptar cereal. Reptar cereal really isn't something that Grandpa should be surprised about.
Those look yummy.
Steve, clean up in the soda department. Bring a bucket.
Mascot cereal has been around for like such a long time as it
Like
is.
a bunny rabbit, except with a diaper.
I remember when there was Pokemon cereal. I feel like your average grocery worker who sees this isn't going to care. Harry and Steve. Keep them away by pressing triangle to toss pies and left and right buttons to aim Tommy.
Oh!
Ouch! Get him!
Wahoo!
Watch it! Ouch! Larry, clean up on aisle 7.
Your turn, dude.
No way!
Hey, man, I cleaned up the sodas.
Well, I just mopped up the baby powder.
Forget you.
Forget you too, man.
Hey, it worked!
I think Tommy's just generally potentially a violent baby. Grandpa might find himself banned from the grocery store. with a potential lawsuit on his hands. Watch out for pinchy things, lobsters on the loose. Unopened cans may be used to tame wild lobsters, but open cans will make Tommy cry. A circle of paper cans for trying to throw them at lobsters. Why will open cans make Tommy cry?
Ah! Lobsters!
Annihilated that crab. Oh, okay, so they're spinning soda everywhere. Oh.
Looks like they had an apple.
He found himself in jail for negligence. Probably won't be the only one. Extremists from yeah. The lowest scum in civilization. Absolutely.
Ah! Pinchy things!
Larry, Steve, clean up in the bakery department. What a mess!
Did I do that?
Where am I even going now?
I'm feeling kind of jumpy.
Is this something I need to deal with?
I'm gonna make it! If I don't fall down.
Larry, Steve, clean up in the seafood department. Lobsters on the loose.
This game wants too much platforming for how imprecise all of it is. Who's throwing eggs?
Naughty eggies, and me without my bottle. I think this milk's gone bad.
Yeah, people who do that kind of shit and bother like retail workers or just random people.
Larry, clean up in the dairy department.
It's not even bother, like people who bother workers just doing their jobs and also just like assault people for views are like the worst people.
I got to find that Reptar cereal. We got to climb up there and push that button.
Get to the Reptar cereal, Tommy first needs to get past the boss lobster and his bullies to throw the switch. A circle of cans, throw the lobsters.
You mean old lobsters aren't gonna stop me. Take that. Help!
Why did that mix? You just have a big sign pointing to the switch.
That'll show you. Yay! Reptar! Whee!
$6.15. Huh. How'd you get down there, Scout?
How did you not
never
notice
mind that.
him not
Let's
being
go.
in the trolley in front of you? Seriously. No, from the way the lobster reacted, I would assume that it was heading towards its death. I'm sure there's a level outside.
It's fun playing outside.
Stick. The ball. Not the bubble machine. The dog.
Come on, Spike. Good boy. Good boy.
What a good dog. I'm going to assume from that sound that Spike just died.
Mmm, popcorn.
Cynthia was always such an ugly doll.
Look, Chucky, I found a captain for our boat. I don't know. Maybe we shouldn't play with Angelica's toys. We just need her for a little while. Come on. Oh, Cynthia! Cynthia! Where's my Cynthia? I'm not telling Angelica we lost Cynthia, no way. Maybe she won't even notice. Ah!
Oh,
All right, which one of you babies took Cynthia?
Well, I suppose I never had dolls that had real hair like that.
We needed a captain
So I never saw what happened to real
So we
dolls
borrowed Cynthia.
with real hair
And then the
when
water
they've been
went
played
really
with for years.
fast. If I don't get Cynthia back, I'll turn you babies into applesauce. Find Cynthia!
I feel like I remember this being like the most video game level of the entire game. Bad haircut, some pen, yeah. It's a sewer level. Two more pieces. I do not like that you take damage for running into things. It's kind of crazy, isn't it? Like, it sounds like a hyperbole to say, yeah, every video game has a sewer level. Oh, don't walk in the poo. It lowers your health. Like, it sounds crazy, like hyperbole to say every video game has a sewer level. But then you get to something like this, a video game that has no business having a sewer level, These jumping controls are like genuinely really bad. Is that rat a robot? Yeah, they give Spike all the platforming and give him, like, such weird jumping physics. Like, when you actually run with him and do the jump then, he goes so far. So you're basically guaranteed to not actually succeed in the platforming and just keep getting hurt by the poo water. Thanks, video game. When I say, like, reset the camera, just point it directly at Spike. Oh, hey, we made it outside. Oh, there she is. That was... Did she actively attack the babies?
You found her! Good dog! Cynthia!
Cynthia! You smell of shit. One more piece. Bonus level. Bonus level. Bonus level. Bonus level.
Those babies wish they could slide as good as me. Whoa! I meant to do that. Hey, a nickel! I'm gonna be rich. I bet there's a bazillion nickels around here, just waiting to be found. And I know just who my nickel finders is gonna be. Hey, baby! There's nickels in this here park, and you're gonna find them so you can give them all to me. Now start looking.
The little animal things they're riding on, and I noticed it earlier when we had Tommy ride on one, they sound like they're made out of just solid steel. The kind of thing that you'd be okay leaving your child on in, like, the 80s. Angelica wants all the nickels in the park and she's making Phil and Lil search for them. Quickly search the park, gathering as many coins as you can before time runs out. Be on the lookout for a gold bonus coin. Did somebody say Nickelback? Never made it as a wise man. Couldn't put it as a cool man stealing. Tired of living like a blind man. Stick aside without a sense of feeling. And this is how you remind me. This is how you remind me of what I really am. This is how you remind me of what I really am. It's not like you say sorry. I was waiting on a different story. This time I'm mistaken. Or handing you a heart worth breaking. And I've been wrong. I've been down into the bottom of every bottle. These 5 words in my head scream, are we having fun yet? That'll be a lesson to you. Every now and then I think of look at this graph and it does just crack me up. I sent the link to Ali during one of her streams and she opened it and watched it and it was fucking hilarious. It's like, look at this graph. And also, like, the zooming on the face while the guitar just keeps playing. And he's just there, like... It's so dumb. I love it.
Okay, now let's look for worms. Yeah, I'm hungry.
Yeah, it just holds on his face. Look at this photograph. Every time I do it makes me laugh. How did our eyes get so weird? And what the hell's on Joey's head?
Mmm, popcorn.
But wasn't their mother a fitness freak or something?
This is my mommy and daddy's room.
I know there's at least one more level. No. The Pucky race. I don't think we've done that. No, we did. That's when we had where Tommy ate all the cookies.
This is Grandpa's room.
I've done that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Phil Lil's mother.
It's my room.
There should be a flashlight somewhere. I say, trying to recall memories from like 25 years ago. Who just has a picture of themselves in their room? It's like, oh yeah, this is my room where I sleep and spend most of my time. Here's a picture of me and no other picture. It's like, who does that except for Clem?
Good job. I've been looking for this. Now I can see if my paper is scooped the news again.
Come on, Pop, that's not news. Those tabloids make all that up.
They tell the truth. Your real news doesn't dare. See, right here. A whole family taken by aliens from outer space. They fly around in the middle of the night and suck you right out of bed. Whoop, up to the mothership.
Come on, champ. Time for bed.
No, I just have my various
Good night,
video
champ.
game posts.
Sleep tight.
Oh, is this the level I was actually thinking of? The one that takes place at night where I have to use the flashlight? No, this wouldn't be it.
What are you guys doing here?
I don't know, Tommy. I don't know. 1 minute I'm lying in my crib, and then the next thing I know, I'm in this weird playpen.
We must have got taken by aliens from outside space.
Anything but that.
I escaped with this alien remote patrol I found, but it's only for grown-ups like me. Angelica, you got to get us out of here.
All right, keep your diaper on, but after this, you're on your own. The Earthlings have escaped.
Don't let them get away!
Danger, danger, danger.
Danger, Will Robinson, danger. Guide Angelica through the spaceship to a shuttlecraft so she can escape. Fuck the babies.
I gotta bust out of here. This place is stranger and friction. Don't these alien spaceships got back doors?
I do kind of like that the sound of the remote is the OG phaser sound from Star Trek.
Boy, aliens is weird. Something not right about this.
For a second there, I thought it might be disabled permanently.
I'm busting out of here!
Oh, aliens can't stop me.
Over here, Earthling. What's your name, kid?
You talking to me? I'm not supposed to talk to strangers, especially fish.
I'm Sablito Feskerich, but my friends call me George. I'm from the planet Neptuna.
That figures.
Look, kid, I'll help you get out of here if you release me. Otherwise, I'm on the menu for tomorrow night's alien dinner.
All right, but no fishy stuff.
There she is. Get her!
Wow, what happened?
I turned off the gravity. Just swim. You're on your own, kid.
Thanks a lot, fish face.
Cool, but why did that make all the voices echoey?
Hey, this is almost fun!
What do you think the chances are that these heads are like, supposed to be representations of the developers?
This is cool!
They used the same woman twice, though. What about the other prisoners? Fuck 'em. Same as the babies. Fuck 'em.
Hey, look at me go!
Was I supposed to do something with this? Oh, I can go up. It's like playing Neverland in Kingdom Hearts. Well, I've gone back to where I started. The way the camera shifts around so much makes it really difficult to keep a sense of direction.
I hope you babies fall into a black hole and can't climb out.
Okay, now it's straight up making me do it. Sure, there's another level though. One where you've got to zap ghost with a flashlight.
This is Grandpa's room. It's my room.
Well, Tommy just died.
Mmm, popcorn.
Yeah, there was a few, but I only ever played 2 of them. This one and Rugrats in Paris. And Rugrats in Paris was a pretty different game. Yeah, I think that one was supposed to be like a movie maker kind of thing, but I never played it.
Where's my Reptar puzzle?
I bet Clem would have trouble with this. You remember the Dark Level 2, yeah. I never had the movie one. But this is the last level, though. Where you play as Reptar.
Hey, you found all your puzzle pieces. Good job, kids.
But now it's time to go night-night. You've all had a very busy day today.
Sleep tight.
Reptar.
Oh, it's time to go night-night.
Reporting live from NSPC News. Reptar is ravaging the city. Never in my entire career as a reporter have I seen such destruction. Of course, I only started yesterday. Roth Insurance will have people standing by 24 hours to answer any claims, unless you want money.
Yeah, so like this was kind of a big surprise playing this as a kid. Oh yeah, you're just gonna play as Reptar destroying stuff.
Unfortunately, Mayor Killy's proposed anti-giant lizard attack defense system never gained support. The THQ building has been reduced to rubble. Thank goodness everyone was at lunch. The weather forecast calls for sunny skies with an increasing chance of falling buildings later in the day.
I wonder if this predates the first 3D Godzilla game.
If you see Reptar, all citizens are advised to run like crazy.
Yeah, the shadow monsters that you have to shoot with the flashlight.
Are you prepared for giant fire-breathing dinosaur attack? We'll show you how, tonight at 10.
All the item that gets you into this stage is a flashlight on the kitchen floor. But it wasn't there. This predates like the first 3D Godzilla game, that'd be amazing. Not sure what the first 3D Godzilla game would be. So speaking of Godzilla, this controls better than Godzilla on PS4.
Citizens are advised to stay home, lock their doors, and keep away from giant fire-breathing monsters.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gal. I think the best part of this is how the hat is very clearly not actually on the head. Maybe like medium level in the kitchen. Yeah. I wonder why we couldn't find it. Rugrats Search for Reptar. Pretty short game. But pretty good. Pretty enjoyable. A game that you could leave your kids with and be comfortable that they would have probably a good time back in the day. I've honestly played worse. I played worse this year. It's pretty fun. Pretty enjoyable. A nice little trip down nostalgia lane. It's also kind of neat over the years seeing how many people also have nostalgia for this game. I can promise you we're probably never going to do any other Rugrats game. But when I say kids, I mean children that are like 5 and up, not children who are like under 2. If you want your children who are under 2 to play this game, then supervise them. Mary Kate and Ashley game. I don't know, do you have one you'd recommend to me, Kat? Isn't that the party game? We did it for the children. Let's see if we can find the level, because it is supposed to be in the fucking kitchen.
Where's my Reptar puzzle?
And the game just restarts.
Mmm, popcorn.
Oh, it's not here.
Mmm.
Like, the whole thing's restarted now, which I never liked. Mm. Playing the game because of friends. Can't think it was. I'm sure that the sweet The License to Drive one party game. $3.16 license. 2002 party video game published by Acclaim under its Club Acclaim. N-Space developed the game for PS2 and GameCube, so it was the same developers as. It was on Game Boy Advance. Different. Developed by Powerhead Games. While the story is the same as the GameCube and PS2 versions, the Game Boy Advance version changes the genre to that of a drive. In 2004, the Olsen twins sued Acclaim because they claimed that Acclaim had not made payments on a settlement agreement. The settlement agreement came about because an audit of Acclaim's books showed royalties due to the twins had not been paid. The lawsuit included a letter from the twins' attorney, Martin Singer, that stated that taken the franchise the Mary-Kate and Ashley brand in video games, which had flourished, has now run it into the Rush Course. Rush Course is not listed under the Mary-Kate and Ashley video games. Yeah, 2001 PlayStation, PC, Game Boy Color did not have its own. Minigames set in a high school, as a golf game, a dance game, a photo section, all a piece of a love letter. Ugh. Yeah, the background of this. I remember hearing this, I think, in a Guru Larry video once. Origins of the Mary-Kate and Ashley video games originated from a South Park video game for the Game Boy Color developed by Crawfish 8. But it was cancelled due to South Park creators Matt Stone and Trey Parker stating the game would not be fitting on the Game Boy Color as that console marketed to children. A year later in 1999, the unreleased game's engine and assets were for 2 additional Game Boy Color titles from Crawfish and Acclaim. Maya the Bee and Her Friends, based on Maya the Bee franchise, which was in Europe, and The New Adventures of Mary-Kate and Ashley, based on Mary-Kate and Ashley, also released in America. First Mary-Kate. But why couldn't I find Let There Be Light? Yeah, because I'm not finding any information saying that it's doable. Something. I was thinking, like, what if it's added to the European version? Playing this version. Hello Kitty Roller Rescue is a game I bought my sister for her birthday on OG Box. Back in the day. Playing for you. It's always nice to find licensed games like that that you can give to somebody who doesn't really do a whole lot with video games, and it's a good game. Alright, so I have one last thing to show you. I assume Klim is still up. And died of the glass. Yeah, window capture. So I throw a little something together. I hope you guys will appreciate. As a build up to what we're doing next year. So so I hope you enjoy. If this down chat. Yeah, throw it back up at the Alright. So, like I said, this is something I throw. Yeah. Hope you guys enjoy. I don't think it's actually showing up on the stream. Should be. Getting the audio, not getting the. What if I just do? Move the. Star Wars month back 25. You're not the first person to say those exact words. If there's one thing the sequel trilogy gave us, it is absolutely fantastic trailer music. Only on Disney Plus. Yeah, I want to throw a trailer or something together for that next year, and I ended up getting kind of involved with it. Grab footage. All of that footage is from stuff I've done. Streams, old Let's Plays. And some of those games may be featured next year. Some of them will be featured sequels next year. Star Wars month returns. We've missed it this year. We're going back. You know, I have actually captured footage for the first Rebel Assault. Terrible. I was going to put that footage into that trailer. Except the footage itself is awful because the game is awful. Rebel Assault 2 isn't much better. So instead, I took footage from the other Star Wars game released on a Sega Mega Drive add-on. Star Wars Arcade for the 32X. I'm glad you all enjoyed that. I'm actually really happy. I'm super excited to get back to Star Wars month. Yeah, it's okay to like bad games. Why don't you stream Rebel Assault 2, Kat? Why don't we make Star Wars month a collaborative effort? Everybody streams Star Wars. Everyone. All of us together, bodying the spirit of what Star Wars should be. Before the dark times. Before 1999. Before Star Wars fans decided to bully people to suicide. If you guys could identify, you could be coerced into playing Battlefront 2. Play whatever you want. That's the beauty of Star Wars video. It's the entire reason I love Star Wars video games as a thing and why I'm always down to Star Wars month. There's just so much there to suit every taste. If I do, I might do Battlefront 2 next year, and it would be the EA Battlefront 2, because I've done the original Battlefront 2 on stream already. I think like the main things I'm looking at for next year are Jedi Survivor, Bounty Hunter, and Rogue Squadron 2. I absolutely invite everybody who is interested to stream Star Wars games with me. Star Wars. I also did not finish Star Wars Squadrons, Cat. I was interested in it, like, coming from Rogue Squadron 2 and 3, which I absolutely adore. Shoulder fucked. Coming from Rogue Squadron 2 and 3, which I absolutely adore. And the fact that I got it free because I had Game Pass Ultimate at the time, so EA Play was included in that, and I got any EA game. I played maybe an hour of it and was just like, nah. But Star Wars month continues. As long as we stream, there will be Star Wars month. And there's always more Star Wars games to do. Foxhound and cat. I'm not sure if that's a misspelling or if you legitimately called one of them Foxhound. It sounds like something you might do. Totally misspelled. Yeah, in the same vein as like I'm going to be going back to doing Star Wars Month next year, and I invite all of you to join me if you're interested in like streaming your own preferred Star Wars game. There's no limits. Any Star Wars game you want. Absolutely, it's the joy of Star Wars video games. I'm also considering challenging people to stream Castlevania, as I do Castlevania next year, which will be me streaming Castlevania games throughout the year on a specific day. Like Clem will do. Unless he wants to fail my challenge. The only person who will be exempt will be Teak. Because Teak has streamed quite a lot of Castlevania. And also, if I do this next year, Teak can't. Right. Teak will not be able to say he streamed more Castlevania than me anymore. I'll be streaming the Castlevania games Teak was too afraid to show you. The original Castlevania Adventure, which is objectively a bad game. But that's going to do it for us for today. I am glad that I eventually got around to doing Rugrats Search for Reptar on stream. It's so weird that we couldn't get like Let There Be Light though.
Popcorn! Popcorn!
If there was a caveat for it. Castlevania suits. Castlevania too hot for Transylvania. There is only one Castlevania game I have outright said I will not be doing, and that is Castlevania 2 Simon's Quest. Because I think it's just boring. I also said no Haunted Castle, but with the Castlevania Dominus Collection release, they released a version of Haunted Castle that's actually quite good. Kyle looks like a repurposed trash can.
Popcorn!
Wait a second. This is a level we didn't do, isn't it?
Stupid rain! Now I'm gonna be stuck inside with you babies all day! I'd rather
One more
eat
level.
broccoli and take a bath at the same time. Maybe we can find a nice game to play inside. Like what? Pin the tail on Chucky? How about hide and go peek? Alright, but I get to pick who's gonna be it. Chucky! After you find someone, you gotta tag them and race them to the playpen. But take off your glasses. Extra eyes is no fair. Why me? Why?
We found, I think, 2 or 3 puzzle pieces through collecting 15 Reptar bars. Which means potentially...
26 and a bazillion. Ready or not, here I come. Oh, I wish I had my glasses.
Potentially there's at least, like, another 2 levels that we didn't do. I wonder why, like, they'd be like, didn't spawn.
How about we play hide and go help Chucky? Where are you guys? Where is everybody?
The torch in the fridge.
Where are
See
you
if we can
guys?
get it after we finish this level, then.
Is that
Also
you,
strange because the
Phil?
garage wasn't open at any point during the previous playthrough.
Is that you, Angelica? I'm never gonna find him. Without my glasses, everything's worser than usual.
Yeah, it's really difficult. I was trying to find a little info on it, and all I could find is it's based on the episode of the same name, and you activate it by examining the torch on the kitchen floor.
Is that
Nothing
you,
else.
Lil?
So I was thinking, like, maybe it's just not in a specific version. Maybe it's a level that was added in a European version and we're playing the US version. Huh?
Without my glasses,
They
everything's
all
worser
hiding
than
upstairs?
usual. Without my glasses, everything's worser than usual. Well, it's really raining, but I don't see any cats or dogs falling out of the sky.
I'm more concerned that I don't see any babies anywhere. How have I not found any of them yet?
Is that you, Phil? Why can't I just find my
Oh, there we go.
glasses? I found ya!
Quick, now jump down the
Sleep as
stairs.
a rotten leg! Uh-oh. The only part of me that's good at running is my nose. Gotcha! Good job, Chucky! Where are you guys?
I really hope this isn't a case of only one of them spawns at a
Without
time.
my glasses, everything's worser than
That I'll have to
usual.
explore the entire house every time.
Is that you, Phil? Lil?
Alright, let's just head straight up the stairs this time.
I'm never gonna find him. This is kind of fun. Tag! Good job, Chucky. Too bad I'm gonna beat you to the playpen.
Where are the adults screwing anything?
Uh-oh, here comes the... That was easy. Aw, nuts. This is terrible. Though I'm not sure it'd be better if I had my glasses.
2 more rooms.
Maybe we should find a nice
Yeah,
game
there's
to play
Lil.
inside. What was I thinking?
So I can run faster than the other babies, but their advantage is that they don't have to deal with the camera.
Because the early girl catches the wormies.
This is why you gotta keep constant supervision on very small children like this, because they will just jump down all of the stairs.
That was easy. I guess I gotta find Angelica now.
I don't feel so good. Here, take your yucky glasses.
Phew, that's better.
You look a little sick, Angelica. Ah! Ew. Let's go clean you up.
Terrific. Alright, so let's check out that fridge then. I guess Tommy really does die now. It's super weird, isn't it? You know what I think you might be thinking of, Kat? Doesn't that level end when you get to the fridge? And you go to the fridge because the fridge has a light?
This is my mommy and daddy's room.
What a curious thing.
This is Grandpa's room.
There's also something to think about that this game has you play as a character in like the youngest character in a line of characters who is traveling throughout the house finding different levels to complete and then gets restarted at the same. We found it.
Let Mommy turn on your nightlight, sweetie.
That'll keep those shadow monsters away, champ.
Stu, you're going to frighten him.
This new invention is going to put Pickles' toys on the map.
It's next to Tommy's bed. the Reptar doll next to Tommy's bed.
I wonder where all the light went. Oh, I know. It's probably in the frigidator. It's always hiding in there. I gotta go let it out.
There you go, I was right. That's what you were thinking of specifically, Kat, with the light being in the fridge. It's what Tommy has to do to finish the level. I'm sure I remember a flashlight being on the
Somebody
floor
must have moved the
of
kitchen.
the kitchen there. I was clearly wrong.
That'll keep those shadow monsters away. I'm gonna find the kitchen if it's the first thing I do.
Actually is falling damage though.
I'm too little to open it by myself, but I got to get the light out. Wait, I got an idea. Spike can help me let the light out. Now all I got to do is find Spike.
If I remember rightly about this, Spike's location is randomized.
Spike! Here, boy!
If I remember rightly.
Here, Spike! What am I thinking? I can't whistle.
Check outside though.
Here, Spiky, Spiky, Spiky!
And it looks like sunrise is coming up. Yeah, because I've had... I know I've had Spike be in the yard before by his doghouse.
Spike!
So it being randomized is kind of a neat idea for a kid's game.
Take that!
I wonder where he is.
Here, Spike! What am I thinking? I can't whistle.
Oh, that's a Reptar chocolate bar.
Where, oh, where did my little doggy go?
Honestly, coming in here and looking at this, I think the better question is, where did your parents go? Oh, that's fine.
Tommy, you're too young for midnight snacks.
I fixed the fuse, Deed.
You light up my life, honey.
Tommy, you're too young for midnight snacks. Not Tommy, how did you climb out of bed, come all the way downstairs, and open the fridge? I think that would end all the levels then. You should look it up just to be sure. Chucky's Glasses, Ice Cream Mountain, The Mysterious Mr. Friend, we did those. Grandpa's Teeth, Circus Angelicus, Let There Be Light, Visitors from Space, those. Instant L7, Toy Palace, The Truck, Seven Voyages, Cynthia, we did those. Exclusive level. Cookie Race, Egg Hunt, Training level. We didn't actually do Cookie Race. I thought we did, but we did No More Cookies, which was a bonus level. So we're still missing 2 levels then. Cookie Race and Egg Hunt. What does it mean by exclusive level? Well, given how short the game is, we should do all of the levels though and show them off. Yes, Tommy's gonna die again. Diabetes. Diabetes. It's kind of fascinating that there's more levels than pieces, though. Like, it's possible to get all the pieces without doing all the levels. It's really surprising, especially for a kid. Alright, so we know where Cookie Race is. It said that Egg Hunt is in an egg basket next to the TV.
Where's my Reptar puzzle?
There we go. Last 2 levels. And we can all go home.
That's my Easter egg! They're all mine unless you can tile to them first, huh?
Greedy Angelica wants all the coloured eggs for herself. Quickly, search the house and gather as many eggs as you can before by running through them before time runs out. Look out for a gold bonus egg. Oh, there's the bonus egg. Honestly, I think, like, as a young child with a... a young child with a PlayStation, you could do so much worse for kids' games than this. Like, especially if you wanted to give the controller over to like a really young child. There's not a whole lot in the way of fail states in this. It's not as frustrating as something like Crash Bandicoot can be. Especially if you hand it over to a child who hasn't been spoiled by actual competent camera control. I think they could really enjoy it. Odd insult. Alright, and cookie race. It's kind of crazy that we ended up not needing to do 4 levels. You'd think optional would be like maybe 2 at most, but 4's crazy.
They're my cookies now. It's empty. But someone's baking more. And if you think you're getting any, forget it. Just try and beat me to the kitchen.
Race Angelica to the kitchen, win the race and get the cookies. Watch out for areas that are blocked off. Beat Angelica to the finish line while collecting 5 cookies to earn bonus Reptar bars.
I'm getting those cookies and you can't stop me.
Oh look, they do have child barriers.
Beat me. Cookies, cookies, cookies.
God knows why they never used them.
Can't you go any faster than that? Yay! I got it done cookies!
One of the oddest things about searching up information for this game is the first source that pops up, and the one that I end up using most is the Rugrats wiki, of all places, which was kind of surprising. But that does it for us for today. That's all of Rugrats Search for Reptar, except, I guess, there is still the training level. There's activities as well. I don't remember what activities there was in this game. Right, those were just the levels that we did. And the Rugrats wiki said training is its own level. So just so we can say we've done all of it.
Look at all the toys! Oh, messy!
Is the toy store? No, this looks like a completely
Look at all the
unique level.
toys! When I'm grumpy, a snack helps me feel better. Look at all the toys! These ice cubes are cold on my feety. Look at all this stuff!
It's interesting, but the only thing that
Look at all this stuff!
the main game doesn't tell you that this has told me is that you get puzzle pieces for collecting Reptar bars.
Look at all
That was
this
something
stuff!
I didn't find out until we collected 15 the first time.
Look at all the toys!
Everything else is stuff that the game told me before levels that required me to know them, which is good design.
Look at all this stuff. Look at all the toys.
Hey, no fair! You can't beat me! I was foul!
Look at all this stuff.
Yeah, that is all of Rugrats Search for Reptar. Like I say, I don't think I'll end up playing any other Rugrats games. This has the nostalgia behind it, and it's a genuinely solid enough game. The rest of them, I'd never really played except for Rugrats in Paris, the movie, which is not good. Not a game I enjoyed playing at the time. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Diablo was kind of neat, and a good prep, I guess, a good introduction for when we eventually do Diablo 3 with Clem. Possibility that I'll do Diablo 2 Resurrect at some point. And Rugrats Search for Reptar. And I'm glad you guys all enjoyed the, I call it a trailer more than anything, it's a teaser. We're doing Star Wars month again. Glad you guys all enjoyed that. But yeah, I want to thank everybody for joining the stream. I always really appreciate it. Big special thank you. Clem isn't streaming right now. I didn't thank you, Clem. Probably why you didn't hear it. It's a weird thing, because like I can move over here and I can see the mic still. But the noise gate is a weird setup. It's why I moved the mic out here now. Spent a bit of time messing with the noise gate and it's just not super great. But the alternative is to not have the noise gate, and that itself is an issue. But yeah, I want to thank everyone for joining the stream. I always really appreciate the support. Big special thank you to everyone in the chat. That is always the best part of the stream. Flame, Teak, Icy, Slim, Cat. So much for joining the company. We might be back tomorrow, maybe. If not, then we won't be back till possibly Friday. I don't know. But yeah, as we work towards the end of the year of PlayStation, and build up towards the big climax of the year of PlayStation, which is probably going to be Final Fantasy VII. You know, the best game on PlayStation. Most important game on PlayStation. I can make a joke about it being Castlevania Symphony of the Night, but I don't want to play Symphony of the Night again. And when it comes around to it next year for Castlevania, I'm probably going to do either Symphony of the Night randomizer, or maybe Richter or Maria mode. Like, there's a Saturn version I could do, but like I did that for the first time this year, and it was kind of neat, but it's not particularly special. Now that the Mystique has gone, it's like, like 2 extra areas. Not particularly. We'll see. I will probably stream the Saturn version at some point. Maybe it will be next year. But more than that, look forward to stuff like the Dawn of Sorrow complete stream, the Order of Ecclesia stream, Circle of the Moon, Castlevania Bloodlines, do that all the way through. OG Castlevania, Castlevania 2, Belmont's Revenge, Akumajo Densetsu, possibly some appearances from Kid Dracula, The Adventure Rebirth, Legends, Lament of Innocence, Curse of Darkness, Castlevania 64, Legacy of Darkness, Lords of Shadow 2, Lords of Shadow Mirror of Fate, and of course Bloodstained. That's not everything, really not. But yeah, look forward to all of that coming next year in the Castlevania stream. But yeah, there's not really anything else to say. So with that, thank you all for watching. Have yourselves a fantastic time of day, and we'll catch you next time, guys. Bye.